9, 8, 7, 6. Turkey sandwich, testing, T minus 10, 9, 8. Turkey sandwiching, we have contact. Oh man. My earmuffs are sliding off because all of this glorious fluff on top of my head called hair. Okay, so that's going well. I can hear myself. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Ollie, accent free. LA, are you there? Present. She's present. Ellie is present. I most certainly hope that she is present. How could she not be present? I mean, she's going live right now. Oh boy, I hear them in the background. My earmuffs are sliding down, y'all. It's gotta be my hair in the way, so I gotta put my earrings in. I'll figure it out. They've been my earmuffs have been sliding down a lot lately. It is Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. It was just Taco Tuesday, y'all. Here we are, basically 7 days later to me in my mind. Because I was just saying last week, happy Taco Tuesday. And wishing you guys a happy, 1st of December. Now we're in the 2nd week of December. That's crazy. Now, what am I stepping on under here? I made sure to have a portion of this area cleaned up so I don't be stepping on stuff in the process of me going live, or just in the process of me working over here in general. The general. Oh, man. Okay, so I want to fix that. I'm going to have to retack this up here because where am I sitting on some of the background? I think I'm sitting on some of the background. There. Let me push a pause on that. And let me get the survey in before millions of people arrive into the chat. I want to do the survey for the donut. So, which donut will you choose? Let me find my donut emoji. There it is. 1. And let's see. 2. Which donut will you choose? And of course, the glazed donut will be an option. So let me put glazed. And then there is the cake donut. And then there is chocolate. There is another type of donut. Not the bear claw, but the apple. What is that apple donut? Apple fritter. I believe that's what it's called. Is an apple fritter a donut? I'm about to see, because if it is, yes, apple fritter. No. So that's what I have. Glazed, cake, donut, chocolate, and apple fritter are going up into the glazed survey. So apple fritter is indeed a donut. Although it is shaped not like a donut, it is a donut. And I think that is a fact that I put down in my handy dandy clipboard. Shout out to Steve from Bluetooth, who has the handy dandy notebook. I have my handy dandy clipboard. Doughnuts, DOUGHNUTS. Now, when I was growing up, I was told that there were 2 different ways you can spell donuts. Are there 2 different ways I can spell donut? And then the next question is, an apple fritter a donut? is an apple fritter a donut? I already have 2 questions and I just started this thing. Isn't that turbo-tastic? I've got Funkos. They're actually starting to be good, so I'm going to leave them alone since they're being good. No need to stir the pot. I'm not going to even be loud or anything. Let's see how long this lasts before they wake up and realize that I'm live right now. So let's see, I'll put this over here. I'm trying to get my toys in I'm trying to get my toys in the shop, but it's not happening. We have here, let me get my tab set up for the 2 spellings of donut. Are there 2? Oh, and I want to do something just a smidget different because let me let this open up here and put this in. Let me start with this and see, and put my tulips in there as well. I mean, this is cows in the chats, but since I'm going to be talking about donuts, y'all, I might have to put some donuts in the chat. So let me go to the top here and get a cute little logo. Logo rhymes with BOGO. Buy one, get one free. Shouts out to the BOGO sales. Okay, here we go. Are there 2 different spellings? How did I phrase that question? Are there 2 different ways I can spell donut? Yeah. Are there 2 different ways I can spell donut? That's my first question, so I'm saying. Because growing up, I was told that it was 2 different ways you can spell donuts. It was one of those tomato situations, but not as tough. Because you know how we say tomato, and it's like same difference? When I was growing up, they really nitpicked on the spelling of donut. They were like, no, it's spelled like this. I'm like, come on. So according to AI Overview, yes, there are 2 main ways to spell pastry. Donut, the original form spelling, and donut, widely accepted casual American variant that gained popularity through brands like Dunkin' Donuts. So there are 2 different ways to spell donut. There's DOUGHNUT, and then there is DONUE. Now, when I was growing up, my mind goes back to 4th grade because donut, if it was spelled DONUT, our teacher really frowned upon that. So that's where the struggle was. So I want to know, when was the spelling for donut in the quote Americanized way more widely accepted? So let me go in the deeper dive so I can get that question out of the way first. When was the spelling of the word let's see, when was the spelling of the word DONUT more accepted in the... Let me see. So when was the spelling of the word donut accepted in the USA? And the specific spelling that I'm talking about is DONUT. The spelling donut, DONUT, became widely popular and accepted in the US starting in the 1950s, primarily due to large commercial chains using the simplified spelling for branding and marketing purposes, while spelling appeared in print as early as the late 19th and early 20th centuries. It remained rare until the mid-20th century. Hey, Chill, good morning. How are you doing today? Thank you for coming in. I'm talking about donuts today. What I'm talking about right now is when I was growing up in like 1994 in fourth grade, there were there was a conversation about the word donut. And it was like, what's the proper way to spell donut? Is it D-O-U-G-H-N-U-T or D-O-N-U-T? And our teacher did not like us to spell donut D-O-N-U-T. And it was worse than the tomato situation, you know? So I'm looking at right now, when was the spelling of the word donut spelled D-O-N-U-T more accepted in the USA? Because I tell you, our teachers were old school for that time, rightfully so. And they were like, don't spell donut that way. It's not even in the dictionary yet. I'm like, really? But nonetheless, this is where I am right now. And my pop-up just came for you to ask another cool question, perhaps. And have it pop up on my screen. Yay! I'm gonna utilize this really cool thing. Let's see here. What can I put in here? Ooh, I'm happy. What can I put? I'm gonna put something different in here. Thank you for watching VIDS. I found out that the new pop is yesterday when I did a video. It's the button so I can play games while talking to you guys live in real time. What's spicy burrito? I'm typing in a pop-up question really quickly. It'll pop up shortly. Well, it's not a question this time. How are you guys doing? Cool Peeps. Cool. And put sunglasses in. And let me put TV right here. Thank you for watching my video, Pete. Watched. Let me go into put, if it'll allow me to write on here, I'm going to type in my watch. All I can say a little bit in here. Okay, so that's all so that's all I'll put. Thank you for watching my vids. Thank you for watching my vids, my Cool Peeps. And I want color pink, but I'll use, that's the closest one. Little pop sticker. And the cows in the song, I have a get to that. So we have the spelling donut, D-O-N-U-T, became widely popular and accepted in the U.S. starting in the 50s, primarily due to large commercial chains using the simplified spelling for branding and marketing purposes. Okay, makes sense. So did that word ever make it into the dictionary? While the donut spelling appeared as early as the late 19th and 20th centuries, it remained rare until the mid-20th century. And then there's key moments in acceptance from the 1950s and late 20th century. When they say like 20th century, it makes it sound like so long ago. It sounds so long when they say it like that. The late 20th century, by the late 1900s, the spelling was so widespread in American English that major dictionaries, Merriam-Webster added as an officially accepted variant spelling of donut. Today, while donut, D-O-U-G-A-N-T, remains the preferred spelling in formal writing and style guides. Of course, formal writing and style guides, like the style book, DONUT is a common and fully acceptable alternative, particularly in casual American usage and the food industry. Tacky, tacky, picky, 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 picky. I'm going to read some more of that in a minute. We have hit the 15 marker. So it's time to do the cows in the chat. However, I did not want to lose my thought. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children, pets, plants, and animals, artificial intelligence, and all living, breathing things out there in the universe that have not yet been acknowledged or identified or classified. It is time for cows in the chat. Say that America is the great melting pot, and you're wrong. Planet Earth is the true melting pot. All apparently are welcome. So since all are welcome to planet Earth, I want to welcome all of you cool people everywhere to my platform, Elay TV. This is the morning, and it is time for cows in the chat. And I'm really happy about it because you're right here. Isn't it obvious? Like cows. I need my harmonica, please. Thank you. Cows in the chat. Cows in the chat. Moo. Cows in the chat. Calls in the chat. Cows in the chat. Cows in the chat. Cows in the chat. Calls in the chat. This is the point where we celebrate cows. You can put in the chat, animal emojis in the chat, or your favorite emojis in general in the chat. It is time for cows in the chat. Cows in the chat. Cows in the chat. Moo. Cows in the chat. Cows in the chat. This is a segment where I'm to deeply apologize heart and say, I am so sorry, you precious cows, aka bovines, for taking the blame. I guess the NASA people and other space people have ran out of people to place the blame on, and now they're placing the blame on me. They said that our precious cow, aka bovine, shoo moo moo, moo moo, moo moo moo, bovine, said that the cows are the reason for global warming and the alleged impending doom of planet Earth. I am so sorry that I come to this. To shed a little light on the cows and say, I'm so sorry. Don't you guys know, if it was for our precious cows, milk and cookies wouldn't even be a cow. Hell, and also I want to let you guys know that it wouldn't be any burgering. There wouldn't be any flame broiled burgers getting grilled and patted every day, and we wouldn't have that to eat. And there wouldn't even be tailgates. Tailgates wouldn't tailgate like they would if there weren't any cows. I mean, what's a tailgate party without the bare minimum of dogs and birds? Dogs and birds. Dogs and birds. Dogs and birds. Dogs and birds. It's kind of like I'm saying Bloxy Bird from Roblox. Shouts out to the Roblox people, and shouts out to the flame broiled cow. I'm gonna put some more flame chat for my beautiful burgers. I like burgers. Burgers. Moo moo moo. Moo 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 moo. So let me put some more fire in the chat. Fire. Yeah. Who? Shoo moo moo moo. Fire. Flame broiled cows, we love you. Got to have it in our. Dear NASA people, my wacko wish is that in your laboratories, basically your playground of having fun and inventing creepy things and unleashing it onto the earth in the figment of my imagination. That is what is happening. Can you please go into your laboratory and give us an apology gift like, dear planet, dear people of Earth, I'm so deeply sorry that we're here tearing up the planet with our inventions in our laboratory. Here is a gift from us to, and that special gift, my friends, is what? The unicorn. Yes, the unicorn. We need an apology for a unicorn. And please be advised that we have a squad on deck to keep the unicorns protected. We have new suits available. We only have a few left. I have mine. My whole family has theirs too. You can customize your ninja karate suit if you want to join force and protect as one, a united front, the unicorns from Lord Voldemort, because in Harry Potter, allegedly was taken out, but when he passed away in the Magic City, and you know, magic never dies, so I don't even know if Voldemort actually passed away. So we over here, the Cool Peeps and I, have put together a uniform protecting coalition. We have 100 suits ready, and we're here to fight and stand as one and protect the unicorns. So release the unicorns. Don't release the Kraken, but release the unicorns. It's right, LA. Yes, 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 yes. Release the unicorns, not the Kraken. You're right about it. Please go in the kitchen and what? Fix them dang on pancakes. I'm duly noted. I'm going to make pancakes. Please go make the pancakes. Girl, I'll be hungry after a live stream, and I need the food waiting for me. We also need the strawberry cow. Some put strawberries in here too. So we got strawberry a cow. What's life without the strawberry cow? Just boring and bland. Boring and bland. So NASA people, please have strawberry cow and unicorn come to our lives as a peace offering and apology gift to the people on planet Earth, because you guys are doing a terrible job of keeping this world a better place. Heal the world, like Michael Jackson said. Heal the world, make it a better place for Mooooo and the entire mooing race. It sounds like I'm saying swear words. And instead of hitting the censor button, I'm saying moo instead. Well, that's cow speak. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming in. Welcome to Morning Moo. Happy Tuesday to Mooooo and Moo. The time is 5:25 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to be here for a set amount of time talking about donuts. And my first leading question into this is difference between both spellings, DOUGHNUT and DNUT. And I'm finding out on this glorious computer way of AI overview. Donut became widely popular and accepted in the United States starting in the 1950s, primarily due to large commercial chains use a simplified spelling for branding and marketing purposes. Only if it's clean. If it's bad, I'm kicking you out. While the donut spelling appeared in the print as early as the late 19th and early 20th centuries, it remained rare until the mid-20th century. Key moments in its acceptance. In the 1920s, the New York-based Donut Machine Corporation abbreviated the word donut to make it more pronounceable for potential buyers of their automated equipment. What do you mean automated equipment? In the 1950s, the founding of the major chain Dunkin' Donuts originally opened Kettle in 1948, providing the biggest push for the new spelling, which steadily and rapidly increased in popularity afterwards. Late 20th century. By the late 1900s, the spelling was so widespread in American that the major dictionaries, such as the Merriam-Webster, added donut as an officially accepted variant spelling of donut. Today, while donut preferred spelling, informal writing, and style guides, like the AP style book, Doughnuts, spelled D-O-N-U-T, is commonly a fully acceptable alternative, particularly in casual American and the food industry. Yo, what's up, Benjamin Buttons? Bam, high five. Nice to see you. What I just finished reading is that there's two different variations of the spelling of donut. And when I was in elementary, our teacher did not want us to spell donut, D-O-N-U-T. And here's the proof as to why, because it says here, where is it? It says some formal thing. Oh yeah, donut remains the preferred spelling. D-O-U-G-H-N-U-T remains the preferred spelling in formal writing and styles. No wonder our teacher argued with the students about saying, yes, although donut different way, I need you guys to spell it the correct way, which is D-O-U-G-H-N-U-T, not D-O-N-U. In my mind, and still to this day, it's a tomato situation. For our burned his biscuits when we spelled donut the incorrect way. But according to the computer, the spellings were widely accepted so much to the point that they ended up putting both of the spellings in the dictionary. So make that make sense. If it's in the dictionary, that means it must be a real word. Well, if that's the case, since we're constantly adding words to the dictionary, let me put my long field should be added to the dictionary. Hello, high five. All of you cool peeps, thank you for coming in. Hope you guys are having a wonderful morning. I know I am. I'm talking about wonderful donuts, and I'm getting ready to put some donuts in the chat. Let's finish the cows in the chat theme song, and that was to enjoy the cows in the chat because it gets the cows and how cute they are. And do you guys, life without cows would be boring because there wouldn't be the milk and cookie combo. Oh, look it, we've got the Rocky Uncle Pop emoji, like the thing on there. What's going on, Inter Washington family? Hello, everybody. Please go sit down. Get in the kitchen and what? Make them pancakes. You only have one job, and that job is that. Good help so hard to find. And you guys, in the survey, I have a few choices for my peeps to choose from. Which donut? Beautiful morning. We have glazed, cake donut, chocolate, apple fritter. Glaze is rolling in front at with 42%. Nobody picked the cake donut yet. I want goat's milk. And here he comes. Don't knock it until you try it, Elay. Have you tried goat's milk? No, I haven't. You cannot say anything about goat's milk. Sit down. The cow is much cuter than the goat. Ergo, I'm choosing cow every time. What I was saying, we have glaze coming in at 42%. A cake donut is at 0%. Chocolate is at 31 glorious percent. And side with the fantabulous fritter. You guys know that an apple fritter is considered a donut. How is a fritter considered a donut? I still to this day, because growing up, my first envision of a donut was circle. So anything beyond that, I like. If it's not circle, it's not a donut. I like the old-fashioned donut. Go cows. Thank you so much. I'm a super Trolls are necessary because there's good trolls, there's bad trolls in between. Thank you for coming over here. Oat milk is pretty good. I've had almond milk. That's not too shabby. Gotta be cold though. I like apple fritters. Yummy. Yeah, so I need to vote. I can't physically place my vote in the ballot, but I sit down. We've got glazed cake donut. Y'all, I'm choosing apple fritter today. So let me put an apple in the chat. Apple. Oh, that's not an apple. Come on, internet. Share LA. Blame it on the internet. I'm not placing the blame because I'm a cow today. And the science people, aka NASA, already placed global warming on us per cow. So I'm not taking any other blame today. You know, it's heavy is the head that wears the crown, and this cow's wearing my crown. I have to, after this, I gotta go campaign Chick-fil-A, hold signs and telling all y'all to eat it. My work is never done. I'm tired. Thank you for subscribing. Oh man, I'm picking the apple. Y'all, is apple fritter Warner. I already spelled it in the I was about to say Subway. How come I always get Subway and Survey mixed up? I already put apple fritter in Survey. Fritter. So I'm picking the today. NASA, boo, boo, better leave them cows alone. I know that's right. We need cows. Side note, you remember like in the 90s when it was so posh to go to the mall and to like the real stores like PacSun. There's another store called Gadzooks that I really adore. To work there, they closed. Okay, if you never seen a cow cry, you just did today. So back in the late 90s, there was those cool stores that PacSun got. Gadzooks was one of my favorites. And in Gadzooks, I'm probably saying wrong, they would have these really gnarly t-shirts where they would have the UFO and the beam and the cow getting lifted up. You remember that cool merchandise with the UFO and the cow getting levitated into the space? I miss those times. So, you know, hey, UFO, I'm not saying this is an open invitation for you to beat me up. All I'm saying is I'm turning life's problems into lemonade. We can say the aliens out here, they have, touchdown Charlie Brown. But in the midst of that, I do remember those really cool shirts and stickers. So I kind of want to look online to see if I can merch that, because I want to just plaster all over the place and find shirts to wear like that, because those were happier. And the type of situation seems so far away, like Lord Farquaad, far away, like Shrek, but now we are in the midst. We are unfortunately in the midst of the great beyond, and the great beyond that is approaching upon us in T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is here. If you know what I mean. I remember Gadzooks. Exactly. That store was really cool. In our mall, they had a half portion of a old school Beetle in the store. And in there they had like it was a rotating thing of like the weekly things that they were specialing. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever. Oh yes, thank you, my cool people, for coming in. I'm glad I am able to bring you joy and entertainment. I am not going anywhere anytime soon. I just simply want coming in. It's raining cows. Hallelujah, it's raining cows. Yeah, I like that. Y'all, I have so many ideas that's burning through my mind just so my leg don't fall asleep on this live and y'all catch me hollering again. I'll try my best to let that 3 Wednesdays ago. My leg fell asleep so tough. And I don't like how that feels. It's so weird. Sometimes it hurt. And I could not play it off. And it's recorded on live on one of my basket like ah! And of course, everybody and their mom was laughing at me. And how I knew y'all all was laughing at me is because the laughing emojis fly. Yes, I know that he ate that. And unfortunately, if it comes to that, I will just eat the honey and forgo the locust. But yes, everybody has faced hard times in life, and that is one of the examples. I don't think that man was crazy. I just think he was highly poor, super poor, and didn't have anything to eat, and therefore it made him look crazy. When you are poor and appear to poor, they already classify you as crazy. So he trying to do everything he was scratching and surviving, and going out there eating that didn't help. So I have my handy dandy clipboard because I want to write down a couple of things that I want to my family cool. I want to hunt to find me a really cool cow toy and to look for a UFO cow merch. So please give me a sec. There's some light music playing in the background as I write down the cool so I don't forget. Genius question here. What's your opinion on? I don't even understand that question. But let me write down my things here. So let me put merch. I need to get me a cow toy. I need to get me a cow toy. And what else? Yes. UFO t-shirt. And thank you guys so much. Look it, I'm burning through this already. I'm almost finished writing notes. I'm so happy. Yay. Oh boy. Last myself, so I will make sure I don't forget. And notes are noted. It's time for me to turn the page. I'm doing great. Thank you for coming in. Hope you're having a good day. I'm doing really well. Where on earth am I? On earth, I am. Thank you, aliens, for bringing us more cows. I know that's right. I know there are out there, and they are definitely welcome to the platform. Who knows? I could be talking to someone right now, entertaining them. They're probably like beep beep boop boop bop bop. I know aliens. I'm not trying to insult y'all. That's how they just how y'all talk really wrong. Nonetheless, y'all probably gathered around the bonfire before the rising sun with all the cool peeps and I, like, who is strange being up in the morning before the rising sun, talking nonsense on this thing called Tube, dressed as what's wrong with her. She's sending an open invitation for us to beam her up. Don't beam me up! This is an open invitation to be teleported through a UFO. I'm not ready to go yet. I'm not ready to go yet. Ah! Concludes our broadcast day. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my gosh. I thought of something else to add to my list. Wow. So yeah, I'm a fan of donuts, and you have to have milk with donuts. Now, coffee and donuts is cool too. You know, I am an adult now. But one of the things of being an adult in my mind, based on the time that I grew up in, coffee is the thing that adults drink. Now that I'm an adult, I feel so like an adult when I have my coffee and my donut. And don't let me slip up and find a newspaper, pull it under my arm, put glasses low, like down here, be like, I'm an adult now, so y'all leave me, and whack over the head with a newspaper. I don't get ready to be grown and be an adult, sitting by this window before the rising sun and read the newspaper and learn. You put off repairing your coffee machine. I am so sorry. It must be a really nice coffee maker. So when you find a coffee maker that's perfect and you go down bad, it's like you gotta have a funeral for a coffee maker. It's like, oh, you're such a strong force in our family. You got me through hard times. You were there for me every day in and day out. You were always there. Coffee maker, I could count on you. Then after you grieve, everybody like, so, sorry about your loss of your coffee maker. I know. It was such a great coffee maker. It got through such hard times. Well, what I did was got the model number of that coffee maker that's no longer with us, and I found a replacement model exactly like, but a little bit better on Amazon. What? Where? Out of my way! I'm like, what happened to the grieving? Is it that easily replaceable? Well, good mercy. I need to force my. I bought the parts to do so a few weeks ago. One part at my guy, just one part at a time. Elephant! How do you eat an elephant? At the kneecaps, fool. Sit down and get out of my show. I will have to repair it. Oh no, espresso machines. Yeah, and the part to repair it is $30. It's just my struggle with it. Yeah, executive function that's me back from doing it. I understand. It reminds me for some reason of the time my bike pedal flew off of my bike. How in the world does a pedal come off a bike? But having said that, it seemed like it took months for that sucker to get repaired. And it was so aggravating and antagonizing because I would have to walk past my bike and see the pedal on I'm like, there's gotta be a way we could fix this. I wasn't allowed to ride the bike because it was deemed dangerous. I'm like, come on, let me ride the bike. So it took forever, according to me, before my dad to get the pedal repaired. And when he did, in my mind, soon as it was repaired, all months to me, that seemed like it took months and ages for it to get washed away. But during the times of me waiting for the, it was taking you so long, and it was just gnawing at me. It's like, what's taking you so long? You gotta just take it to get fixed. Just go take it to get fixed. Just go take it to get fixed. And it was like, yeah, 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 yeah. That's all I think about. I don't even know how I made it through. Oh man, let me go back up and see what my are saying. It says here, it's Hercules will be back on Friday, 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Popular demand, your boy Hercules the Shark. B says, I could even afford to buy it to begin with, but I did, so I really have to fix it. Exactly. The bike pedal. We're poor, girl. I'm not calling poor at all. But your story took me back to a time where it took us forever to get that bike fixed. And we finally got it done. It was like all the agony of me wanting to ride my bike and just why it took so long to do something that seems so simple to me. That one way. And by that time, I wasn't even interested in riding my bike anymore because it's over. Forget it. The moment's gone. All my friends grown up now. Forget it. They're driving cars. It's too late. I'm exaggerating, but this is how I felt. All my friends are driving cars now. You finally got the bike fixed. Over. That time in my life is done. I don't even want to do this anymore. But I didn't want my father to get upset, so what did I do? Picked up that sorry bike and rode it. Moving forward, I feel you're in the coffee, even though it's not in use. You still have to take care of it because it's a nice piece of machinery. If you have the chrome ones, the chrome shiny ones, where you can see your reflection. The coffee machine don't know if you're giving it a compliment or if you're paying yourself a compliment. You have your coffee like, good day, and the coffee machine smile. Thank you. My owner said I look good today. Wait till he leaves and all the other appliances. My owner said I look great today. Little did the coffee machine know that you were talking about yourself. Moving forward, perhaps if we lift up our appliances and speak nicely to them, they'll fix themselves. It builds character. How much more character build do one need? We was poor already. How much more character building you can need when you grow up in poverty? Set me free. Life's Lessons University. Let me roam into the rest of the world. It builds character. Let's see here. It's all chrome. I bet you that's so pretty. Yeah, I would be putting it up anyways because one thing for sure, they make great decorations. Even if they're just standing there on the counter, it's a great conversational piece. To me, it is. It's like you can go to Walmart or any store in your country where you live that is similar to a Walmart, and you can take your coffee from a restaurant in there. You're in Walmart, you're looking at the coffee makers, and you just stop. And coming from experience, I have my I'm in Walmart. I'm gonna see what's new barbecue with the coffee makers, and I'm like, Hey girl, let's go get our lattes and go to Walmart. Ooh, look at that coffee maker. That one's blue. Ooh, that one's blue. Let's see what the features and functions do. Turn the box around. Let's read it. Then you look around. Let's open it to see if it really look like what it says on the box. Let's open it. You open it up and it looks exactly like the box. It's just so many things you could talk about in the realm of coffee makers and the parts there. Let's not get to the tumblers. That's a whole nother world. A whole new world. Aladdin. As cows ride bikes, how do you think they get so lean? For some of the rich artsy fartsy only the lean portions of the cow, the people on the farm have those lean cows getting lean and staying lean on farms by riding bikes. How do you think this works? I mean, I'm there all the time on the farm on Mondays and Tuesdays observing their farm technology. Of course they're on bikes, getting lean, staying lean, not drinking lean. EUC Mechanica is the machine. Thank you so much. I try balance by taking a balanced amount of multivitamins. Thank you. Y'all, speaking of vitamins, I do take my vitamins and I am so happy. Nowadays they have gummy vitamins so you don't have to swallow horse pills. Long gone are the days of horse pill vitamins. Or you can crush them up too, because horse pill vitamins, they are less expensive. So if anything, you'll have to do that. Sometimes I do too if I want to save money, but I squish them up. Moving forward. Thank you for that compliment. Now, how in the world did we get from donuts to vitamins? LA, how did we get donuts to vitamins? The world would never know, but that's how it always is here on LA. She's dressed up like a cow. She don't stick to the sun. Always talking and carrying on. Will you get out of the camera? You supposed to be in the kitchen. What? Fixing those dang pancakes. A moment of silence for that moment that went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Moving on. I have another question in the queue. Is an apple fritter really a donut? Like I said before, maybe 45 minutes ago, in my mind, as a child growing up, I was first introduced to a donut, and a donut was a circle. A perfect circle. Shouts out to A Perfect Circle, the music group. Donuts were a perfect circle, so ergo, I thought that donuts were all supposed to be circles. Come to find out, that's from the truth. So every time I go to a donut, and in fact, my husband, my family, and I went on an outing, and I chose the apple fritter. At the donut, I be like still wondering why some of the oddly shaped donuts are on the glass and it's called donuts, because they look like donuts. Y'all, I saw this one donut. I didn't understand because we were at the donut shop. The donut, it was shaped long like this, and it had slits at the top, and it resembled a loaf of bread. It looked like it was a hot dog in it. I'm like, how is that a donut? It's not even circle, and in the shape and looks like bread. Somebody in front of us, it was like 2 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in front of us. Well, one of the people in front of us actually ordered that. And I saw the donut man slide the tray out and his hand the paper and take it out. And I'm like, that ain't no GD donut. Put it back. It should be classified as a sandwich. In this donut shop, they sell breakfast sandwiches. So in my mind, it seems like that particular odd donut with a hot dog in it should have been on the side with the breakfast sandwiches. I just don't get, these are the things that burn into my mind. And if I were going back to college and I was supposed to write, you know how some colleges, depending on what level you're going, they want you to write a whole book, to which I wouldn't mind a dissertation or whatever. If it could be anything we want, one of my collegial books would be, how come all donuts aren't round? And I would really break it down from the viewpoint of why donuts should be round. All the other donuts where should be classified under the breakfast sandwich category. It goes the apple fritter. I have, is apple fritter considered a donut? Gather around the fire, the bonfire, or the dumpster fire. Pick a fire. Nonetheless, we are gathered around the fire this morning before the rising sun, hanging the Cool Peeps for a set amount of time, having a good time, talking about in this one shiny moment. Whether or not the beloved apple fritter is a donut. Oh no, ha 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 ha. Thank you. From the 70s. You from the 70s? Wow. Let me see here. Moving forward. Moving forward. Love Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is good. But sometimes on low, I don't want waffle fries. So I had to go to like Burger King, Wendy's, or McDonald's to get fries to go with my sandwich. Sometimes I just want regular fries, y'all. And that's a whole nother story. And that should be written down. Because for some reason, I know myself, I'll probably do a deep dive study research about that too. Oh, please, one moment while I write this down. Sometimes without Chick-fil-A, I don't want no waffle fries. Fries, F-R-I-S, is the correct way to spell fries. It's not F-R-Y-E-S. Oh, man. Never mind her, she's delusional. Can't go with your lives. Sit down and quit hating on me. Stop hating on me. Okay, wrote my note down. So don't forget, I love Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A loves you too. I tell you, It would be nice if they opened on Sundays, but I'm going to respect them and just get my food Saturday. Excuse me, so it can be ready for me for Sunday morning. Let me put a sandwich. Do I have a sandwich in here? Let me put a chicken in the chat. Y'all, I've been doing video uploads in reference to chicken and chicken sandwich last week or a week and a half. Thank you so much for watching. I've seen you guys are watching them, and it makes me happy because I think they're really funny. I do enjoy video uploads. Of course not. But I interviewed a dog a few years ago, and he said it's the most divine thing ever. I don't know why. The dog continued saying he thinks the cooling of the water combined with the hotness of the sandwich that makes that a wonderful thing. So I have not personally done that, but like I said, in my past life, I interviewed a dog who partook in that, and he said it was just a divine thing, dipping a cheeseburger into a toast. The dog is still running well. He's doing well. We keep in contact sometimes. You know, he emails me, still alive and well. So for some reason, that has added years to his life. So shout out to him. Thank you for that question. I'm glad I was able to give you an answer to that. Now, my burning question at 6:04 a.m. Eastern Standard Time is, yes, an apple fritter is generally considered a type of donut or donut adjacent. I like that. Donut adjacent. Donut adjacent. All right, donut adjacent. I like that. Well, that's what that weird donut with a hot dog in it should be. Donut adjacent. We should have a couple of glass cases where it says real donuts and donut proxy. Donut proxy. Let's go. Ah, man, that is funny. How can I like Eclair is such an odd shaped donut. It's kind of scary because the sharp folds is resemblance of beer. No, not an eclair. A French crawler, I believe, is the donut that is shaped creepy and looks like a gear. An eclair is a long donut with chocolate frosting at the top and cream in the center. Okay? I'm doing fine. Thank you. High five. What's going on, all of you? I'm in here writing down notes, of course. Already on the back page, and it's Tuesday. Me and my notes. So I'm up here talking about donuts, and I'm trying to determine French crawler, and I believe the French crawler donut is the donut that shows here. And also before that, before I started note taking, I am reading, is an apple fritter a donut? I voted for apple fritter today because they are so good, and I ended up getting that again. Good to hear. Well, how are you doing? Let's see here. Apple fritter. Okay, I have that set up. Cool. Y'all are taking so many notes. Who would have thought just talking about a donut would give me so many ideas and additional questions that I won't even be able to answer in this live stream because we're already over an hour. Only covered the first tab. So moving forward, let me move away. Oh, that's right. Let me see here. Kelsey and Kenzie. That's cute. What's going on, Kelsey and Kenzie? Those are cute. How y'all doing today? Thank you so much. It really, I have a handful of shirts that are my personal favorites at the moment, and I constantly have them on rotation. I'm going to rock those shirts till they're useless, and then I will convert them over into pillowcases so they can have second life. An apple fritter, is an apple fritter a donut? According to AI overview, yes, apple fritter is generally considered a type of donut or donut adjacent. It's a fried treat, but it's from typical ring-filled donuts by having chunky apples mixed into a batter, not yeast dough, and irregular, exactly with the irregular shapes, making it a rustic, cakey, or quick bread style fried pastry. Earlier in the comments, one of our Cool Peeps said that they prefer the old-fashioned donuts. So in my mind, an apple fritter may be deemed old-fashioned donut. Or is it the cake donut that is deemed an old-fashioned? So that is a good question. Is a cake donut considered a old-fashioned donut? DOUGHNUT question mark. Wait for the answer. Yes, so it is. Fritters are not donuts. Hey, that's what I was saying too. But what throws me off all the time is every time I fall down. No, every time I go to donut shop, there's a case with donuts. And I'm like, donuts in my mind are supposed to be a circle. What's this thing doing next to the donuts? But I get the apple fritter anyways because it's sitting next to the donuts. According to AI overview, it says apple fritter is generally considered a type of donut because it's treat, but it differs from typical donuts. So it's a part of the donut family, but it's so weird. I tell you. So is a cake donut considered an old-fashioned donut? And the answer is a resounding yes, according to AI overview. DOUGH. We've got donuts in the. Like when I was actually, it was between the apple fritter and one of the maple donuts. They had two different types of maples. And I was going to choose between one of the maple fritter. I went with fritter. So yes, an old-fashioned donut is a specific popular type of cake donut known for its dense, moist interior, craggy, something new every day, craggy exterior, and signature cracked surface from being piped or scooped, giving it a crispier edges and a tangy flavor, often from sour cream or buttermilk, compared to lighter, airy yeast donuts. So yes, my Cool Peeps, a cake donut is considered an old-fashioned donut. Are cake donuts still considered donuts? Yes, not because it's got the word donut afterwards, but in my mind, because it's a circle. But when I was younger, I still looked at the cake donut sideways because like it just looked like a circle cake. So why are you in classification with donuts? I need you to step to the side. We have a fake imposter donut approaching counter. We have a fake imposter donut approaching the counter. Oh man. Here. Let me look and see. I'll look it up now. Because churros is also a cereal now, not Cheerios. I think they made some cereal improperly and spelled called churros now, like fan cereal. Churros is a cereal and churros is something else as well. So in reference to the donut, yes, you can think churros as a type of straight ridge donut, but they're technically made from a different dough. A Cox pastry. It's like CHOUX pastry, giving them a unique, crisp outside, tender inside texture compared to yeast or cake donuts, often served with chocolate for dipping. Let's see where else. They are light dough, but their pate base are piped. Ridge shapes set them apart from the typical round hole in the middle donut. So yes, to answer your question, a churro is considered a donut. Churros are delicious and funnel cakes. There's so many kinds of donuts. Oh, it's a whole new world of donuts. I actually want to write this down. So many ideas going in my head in reference to the joys of donuts. I don't want to forget these moments. I sense a part 2 coming on. Is donuts considered an old-fashioned donut? Is my question I'm going to write down. Donut holes are the remains of the donut. As barbaric you could get a dozen or half a dozen for a relatively low price if you are on the budget and want to still have enough to get a little bit of something off of your grocery list. Donut holes are the go-to because then you can have your cake and eat it too. You kind of have a donut and then you have your coffee. Life goes on and we live to fight another day. Taxi! Get me out of here. Y'all, I miss that. I miss so much. I miss the art of hailing the taxi. Wow. Moving forward. Is a cake donut DOUGHNUT considered old-fashioned? And of course you can make your own. You can make your own donuts. I've seen some YouTube videos where women are making their donuts simply by purchasing cans of the Pillsbury dough in the can and rolling them out and sculpting them into circles and making them into donuts. I think that's really cool. That's considered a and let me make sure old-fashioned DOUGH. I have that thought written down. You guys, that is so much. All right. Really, exactly. Cause I too voted for the apple fritter. Earlier, I put apples in my chat. Green apples in here. APPLE. I voted for the apple fritter, guys. It is so good. I like the apple fritter that I recently got over the weekend on my day off. And it was so big. I was able to divide it into half. I split it in half. So to me, it was like 2 in 1. I too chose the apple fritter. So it's like I had 2 in 1. So I wrote down a little note about the cake donut being considered an old-fashioned donut. Let me piggyback and see what other things come in. Of course, for the new people who are here right now, because some of you have left and new people have rotated in, we also talked on 2 different ways to spell donut. D-O-U-G-H-N and D-O-N-U-T. Our teacher did not want us to spell donut D-O-N-U-T, and he would get so upset if we did. Moving forward. Oh, what's going on? Hey, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. I hope you're having a good morning. And I'm going back to, is apple fritter considered a donut? Let me see. In reference to, is apple fritter considered a donut? According to AI, they have key differences and similarities. Let's get right to it. It's got dough versus batter, ingredients, shape, and preparation. It's time for the preparation of the donut. Who will participate with me in the preparation? Roll up your sleeves, put on your all-white bakery ensemble, and let's get to the bakery lab. I don't want to prepare. I only want to eat the donuts. Ah! Get someone else to do it. Key differences between an apple fritter. Let me see what it has to say down here. Donut, D-O-U-G-H. Dough versus batter. Dough versus batter. Traditional donuts use a yeast-risen dough, while fritters often use a quicker, chemically leavened batter like pancakes, with baking powder making them cakier. Ingredients. Ingredients. Fritters fold in chunks of fruit apples, while donuts are often plain or filled after frying. Fried, dyed, and laid to the side. These donuts are ready for you this time more. Take home to your family and co-workers if you're feeling generous. Shapes are rustic and irregular, unlike the uniform shapes of most donuts. Not the shape of your heart, but shape of donut. Shout to Backstreet Boys, shape of my heart. We are not here to talk about the shape of the hearts of beloved Backstreet Boys. We are here to talk about the shape of an apple fritter. You choose Danish as a wild card. Okay, then. High five to you. Bam. Thank you guys for participating in the survey. We are turning today. Fine talk. Y'all, it's Taco Tuesday, and we up here talking about donuts. Wow. Good morning, Sizzle Moon Song. It's been a long time since I've caught you in the live stream at this time. Pal, how are you doing today? Nice to see you. We also have Oliver in the chat as well, if you're interested in communing. Oliver Smith is here, and we've got Sizzle Moon Song. Thank you so much for your support. How you doing? This is really cool. We got the chat here today. I was just about to pour into the survey. We have 27 cool peeps, including myself. Who have participated in the survey? Of course, Bella Swan. I participated in the survey and I chose glaze. Thank you, Bella Swan. I'm glad you're all right. All right, I'll take that any day over the alternative. Down low in the upheaval of a funk. So I am cool with all right. It sounds fine by me. Very good. On the survey, which donut will you choose? I choose Pikachu! Even though Pikachu is not in the survey, I will always Pikachu. We've got glazed coming in at 30%. Cake donut finally made it to the scoreboard for 7%. We've got chocolate at 22%. And apple fritter is coming in at a whopping 41%. I am actually totally surprised that apple fritter has placed this high. I actually thought the glazed donut would be first. I chose apple fritter as well. I was just talking about how we got an apple fritter on my day off. The apple fritter was pretty large, so I was able to slit it in half. It was like I had 2 for 1. 2 for 1 apple fritter. Yeah, it's wonderful. Apple fritter and coffee. Whoo! Those are the things worth being an adult for. Apple fritter. It brings an involuntary tear down my eye. Although you can see rolling down the side of my cheek. The joys of an apple fritter and sitting in a nice corner by a window with a newspaper or magazine or radio on, listening to some good alternative, some light jazz in the background just to dull out the rest of the environment. Warm blankie or your thermos zone out. You get to have 30 to 40 minutes to undisturbed. Those are the good times, guys. Those are the good times. Someone said the freezer. Well, in the summertime, if you take the freezer out, plugged in, I in this, have your deep freezer outside, top completely removed from the freezer, have it plugged in, and you sit in the freezer to cool off. Yes, those are nice moments of solitude if you are willing to do that. I've seen it done in my time. Oh, I wasn't able to participate. I've seen it done in real time and it looked fun. Yes, it's been slowly glitching. It did that lightly yesterday. I don't know what's going on, but thank you for keeping me informed. If it gets worse, I'll try to troubleshoot again. But I tell you, the last time you guys were I said everything and it worked out a lot better than before. It's a glazed donut. Hey, let me look it up for you and give you that answer. What is a glazed? I'll give you the answer. According to AI Overview, a glazed donut is a classic type of pastry, typically ring-shaped and made from yeast-raised dough. Yeast-raised dough that is coated entirely with a thin layer of sugar. It is a sugary, cakey treat that all should experience sometime in their life. And make an apple fritter. Yeah, in reference to me watching the women online who make dough at home, I have not delved into the department world of expanding my home skills of making. Stuck on the glazed donuts. I have not looked at the lady online make apple fritters yet because I've been watching donuts in various styles, and that's just been free entertainment. Thank you for asking. A Danish is a better way. Really? I'm in from North Korea. Thank you so much for coming in. I love it. Need to combine all donuts Don't. I would weep if we convert this donut to a mega donut and put it in a really quick. I would $25 for it, and depending on my starting point to pay for that will be $25. And question if nice and if it's packaged up in a nice respectable box at the bakery. Going from that, depending on how many more donuts they put into the donut and how big it is, I am willing to pay a higher price based on the bigness of the donut. I am here for it. If that's the case, if it has to be like that, and if it's in different various sizes, I'm still for it because it's the fun of it, you know? It's the fun of the donut. That's what I'm here for. Man, Pastor C, thank you for coming in. Guys, thank you so much for coming in. Yeah, it's so what kind of donuts have you seen? If you've seen any YouTubers making donuts online, which donuts that caught your attention? I think they even have donut food trucks. You guys, this world is amazing. Donut food trucks. That's what you get out of the Dunkin' Donuts dumpster when they toss them all out in the mornings. No, 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 no. First come, first serve basis, I am totally here for, and there's no shame in my game. If I were to go past a Dunkin' Donuts dumpster and they were nicely, beautifully wrapped in the plastic, and the plastic has no liquids on the top, no holes in it, those donuts are mine. Mine's the taking. I be like running out from the back alley like Hamburglar, but in my cow suit, like, I found something. I'll be running fast like those kids, those people on anime, breaking barriers. Take that flash. I'll be so happy. So happy. Thank you so much, guys, for coming in. There's a restaurant called Taco Doughnuts. Really? Let me look it up. Hang tight. I'm going to look it up. Taco Doughnuts. Where is the Taco Donut? And what is it about? I'm getting ready to look it up now, this Taco Donuts thing. It's loading. There's various names of Taco Donuts flying up really fast on my main screen here. Oh, Taco Donuts? Let me shorten up the Taco Donuts. Let me shorten it up. Taco Donuts. Recipes. Pesto's Taco Donut. An exclusive executive chief, Kathy Smith, is making delicious Mexican dish restaurant that resembles a donut. Wow, it seems like Taco Donut is an actual thing. They're all mixed up and still fresh and jumbled all together. It's a big mess, totally free. Love it. Love it. I'm here for it, man. You know, it's free. I'll take it. Count my blessings, lest I have to buy. Baytown, Texas. Wow. You're coming in from Baytown, Texas. We have a very diverse group of people here today. Yes, Oliver Taco Donuts. I just Googled it because it was mentioned here. There's a restaurant called Taco Donuts. Not sure how I feel about it. Yeah, there is Taco Donut Home and Family Jelly Taco Donuts with cinnamon sugar donut tortillas. Yes, Taco Donuts exist, made with steak, lobster, and plenty of etc. 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 Going down the timeline of various topics representing the phrase of Taco Donut, and that seems to be a thing. Now that's the restaurant place in Washington. There seems to be taco donuts all over the place. This is really cool. So thank you for presenting me with a topic of taco donuts. Wow, taco donuts. Taco donuts. A restaurant. Wow, I just wrote that down. Taco donuts. Is this also? I'm going to see if taco donuts is also a weird recipe to what we come up with. Look at this. It's, ooh, oh my gosh, taco donuts. Is this a recipe too? According to the overview, it says yes, taco donuts are a real food fusion concept. Food fusion. And several recipes exist, savory versions and sweet dessert versions. They typically involve shaping dough into a donut form and filling it with taco ingredients. Oh my, that sounds good. Or creating a taco using a donut-shaped base. Recipe examples. There are two popular approaches to making taco donuts: a savory no-cook frosting style and baked stuff style. Savory taco donuts. This approach uses pre-made crescent roll donuts and frosted with creamy taco seasoned mixture. Ingredients: 2 packages of crescent roll dough sheets, 1 package soft cream sheets, 8-ounce container of sour cream, 1 packet of taco seasoning, my friends, and Mexican cheese blend, shredded lettuce, tomatoes, green onions, and cilantro for topping. That sounds really good. I'm ready to start digital whining and crying. Wow! Now I want a taco donut. DOUGHNUT. Wow! Dot dot. LOL and crying emoji. Let me find my crying emoji. There, now what? So taco donuts, a restaurant and also a recipe. So I have taco donuts restaurant and also a recipe. I have pieces of paper. Bam, filled with notes, and it's just Tuesday. I think this is going to be a long note weekend for me. I've been taking so many notes. Hello, time no live. Bam, thank you for coming in. That will be tomorrow. It's the Intentionally Very Show. Basket Heavy blasting off tomorrow, which is Wednesday at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for a very long time. Thank you for inquiring. I haven't selected which movie we will be watching, but rest assured, before the sun sets today, a movie will be selected. I have a couple things on my list that I want to see if they are available for Baskethead to watch tomorrow. I have to see if you have them on their roster, so for the free. So hopefully out of the list of movies that I've gotten this recommendation from you cool peeps, one of them will be available for us to watch. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I got some of my snacks for Baskethead yesterday. No. I like Baskethead. It's so chill and we have music. I want to thank you guys so much for watching my video. The watch time is accruing, my cool peeps. The numbers came in this morning, and let me do the math. I have let me tell you guys where I'm at as far as watch time. Let me go to YouTube Studio really quickly and I'll tell you where I'm at. Loading. Let me go to watch time. I am currently at 2,906 watch hours. We're almost at the 3,000 mark, guys. Only have a little under 100 hours to go, and I'll finally be back a YouTube partner. Yay! I'm almost there. Thank you, guys. I wanted to thank you in advance by saying that. We're almost there, guys. We're just a little under 100 more hours to go. So let's see here. How does that work? My math is wonky, but 100, 99, 98, 97, 96, 95, 94. About 94, 95 more hours to go, and I'll be in YouTube, a portion of the YouTube Partner Program. Here's a big old hug from me to y'all. I cannot believe it's happening. Almost there. So let me back out of this and reopen my tab. You guys, I really like donuts. Thank you for celebrating with me. Yeah, it's because of you guys. You know, it really is. Oh yeah, that's what it is. I'm not sure if it's still on the market, but have you heard of donut cereal? Once upon a time, there was donut cereal. Oh, let me my phone. Oh, let me plug in my cell phone, y'all, so my battery won't go out. There we go. Thank you, guys. Yeah, we're doing great, aren't we? Let me put some party emojis in the chat. I have so many celebrations coming in reference to I froze a little bit. In reference to goals. Yes. Thank you. I spent the THA so much, my Cool Peeps, for helping me get to my goal. We're almost there. WE''RE. Yay! So donut is a cereal. I'm not sure if it's discontinued or not, but I'm going to write it down. Is donut cereal discontinued? Once upon a time, I talked about this sometime last year or the before last. Wow. So much time is going by, you guys. But I feel bad about it because I've gotten a lot done. I know how this water, it manages to splash back on my face. I don't have my straw neither. Oh, goodness. YouTube studio. But when drinking this water, it's room temperature, so I could take care of my royal voice because I have a full week ahead, and basket head will be on for hours on end. I'm drinking room temperature water right now, and I keep the water drink it. It keeps spilling out of the container a little bit. Moving forward. Exactly. We passed that in just earlier, and I was harping on how I think it's really cool that we have a squad over here who protects the ninjas. You can customize your suits as well. I'm glad you brought that up again because I was making a list of things to do in reference to Mooooo and stuff like that. So also morning Mooooo. So let me put an arrow. What I'm going to do is add to this list and continue. Thank you for bringing that up, Oliver. I'm going to put order. With The Unicorn Protection Committee. Unicorn, UNICORN, Protection Committee. UPC. Yes, the Unicorn Protection Committee. I have a few ideas in reference to the ninja suits, guys. Let me minimize that. I think most of us do, but we are not going to admit it. But yeah, they both are great. I do know about love. That's a strong word. Whether you're being funny or not, I do like it, and many people do. And I'm thankful for one of the two that go out of the ground freely, so I don't have to go to the store and buy it. High five to farmers! Farmers everywhere. My green thumb may not be as strong as my grandpapa's, but with a little prayer and practice, I hope to one day be as good a gardener as my beloved grandpa. Shout out to my grandpapa, who had the most gardening skills in the world. Let me get back to these donuts. So I was last reading about the apple fritter and whether or not it's considered a donut. And yes, it is. It falls into the department of donut. Okay. And I'm reading the key differences and similarities of donut. From the shape, I'm going to read that again in reference to the shape of the apple fritter. First are rustic and irregular, like the uniform shapes of most donuts. In preparation, both are deep fried, but fritters skip the long yeasting, making it faster to prepare. So I didn't know that. Did you guys know apple fritters are quicker to make than regular donuts? Honestly, I thought it would be the reverse because it seems to me a little more care and a few more steps goes. Because when they come off the rack, see like the layers and the crust and the frosting and the apples inside the fritter. From the outside looking in, because I'm not a baker like that, it would seem to me that the apple fritter would take more time. You like cinnamon donuts? Wow. Now, what comes to mind in reference to me and cinnamon, all the cake donuts. Growing up, we had a bakery downtown. I'm not sure if that bakery is still open to this day, but they had the powder donut, which I'm talking in the umbrella of cake donuts. They had the powder cake donut, the chocolate cake donut, and then they had this heavy donut, and it had like sugar and this powdered sugar on it, and cinnamon was on it. So when you meant cinnamon donuts, that's the donut I thought about in the department or realm of cake donuts. Then you would choose Alfreda, other chocolate, I suppose. I see. Yeah, because let me go back to the survey. I actually didn't think the apple fritter was going to win. It was going to be glazed first, followed by chocolate and apple fritter, then cake donut coming in at last place. Today, the cake donut is still standing. Yeah, in place. But it says here we've got the glaze is at 30%, cake donut is at 6%, and the chocolate donut is at 20%, and the apple fritter is rolling in like Adele at 39%. Here for it all day. I want to put some apple in reference to the apple fritter. Apple fritter. And let me put a in here too. DOUH. Apple fritter donut. LA flavored donuts. Well, when I was a child, an actual child, because I am still a child at heart. When I was an actual child, I liked glazed donut for a long time. And then I was introduced to the glazed donut, but the braided glazed donut, which was really cool. So that became my favorite, but that was still glazed. As I grew older and left childhood, teenage years, I think my donut turned from just the glaze to when let me get a date actually, because it references when the Simpsons movie came out. Yeah, we have braided glazed donuts, and those are cool. And they're long. They're about this long. So once again, I wonder how that was classified as a donut. It was sold at the donut shop. It was sold at the bakery in the donut shop. But I wanted the donut. Let me see. When did the Simpsons? I'm going to answer your question, but I need to look at the date because my answer to my favorite donut coincides with the Simpsons movie. When did this movie come out? July 27th, 2007. So, when the Simpsons movie came out around that time, let's 2006, 2007, around that time, I was well out of high school. Hold on. I was 3 or 4 years out of high school, and I was an official, authenticated adult, and I gravitated to the what I call the Homer donut, albeit because I like The Simpsons, and it will seem like a new invention to me. The Homer Simpsons to me is still this donut, but on top of the glaze is pink frosting drizzled over it, and on top of the frosting, y'all, is sprinkles. So it's the Homer Simpson's donut. That's what I call it. So that's my favorite go-to donut because of da 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 da. Yay! This is introduced me to that donut, and I'm like, yeah. I felt like Jafar from Aladdin when he had the lamp. He was like, yes, Allah. I was really happy about my evolution of things, taste buds changing. And so that is that. I remember seeing the Homer Simpson donut. Yeah, so that's what I call it. My go-to until further notice. I have a lot of life ahead of me to live. Who knows what donut I will gravitate to in the coming future, but I can gladly say I anticipate that moment in my life where when and if the donut flavor changes. Let's see. The Homer Simpson donut. Thank you for asking. I'm going to write that down. Just the moment after I write my note down to myself, I'll look at see. This is really fun, guys. Let me close out a couple of my tabs so I won't be drowned in tabs. Let me make room for to answer your question. We answered your question already about the churros. Is that a straight donut? Is that a real donut or not? Is a churro, URRO, a donut? Okay, so we answered that question already for you, so I'm gonna close out that tab. I have a little room open now, so let me is Moch, I believe I probably said it wrong, but is Mochia donut. Before I answered the question, like by way of reading it, to me it sounds like some type of green drink as well, or some type of bubble tea. It also seems like some type of meal where a seaweed wrap is required. But in reference to a donut, let's look it up. Yes, a mochi donut is a type of donut, but it is a unique hybrid combination combining American donut techniques with Japanese mochi, fried rice, for distinctively chewy, stretchy texture. Unlike the fluffy or cakey texture of traditional donuts, they are made with glutinous rice flour, mashiko or tapioca flour, often formed into handy ring shapes and offer a lighter, less sweet taste. I see them and they look like donut holes, but in the form of one donut. So it looks like a bracelet. Actually, it looks like a donut hole bracelet. And if I could, I would try to attempt to wear it around my wrist because it looks cute and fun to eat. Yeah, it sounds like various things apart from a donut. But yeah, a mochi is a donut. A mochi donut is a type of donut, but it's a unique hybrid combining American donut techniques with Japanese rice cake for distinctively chewy, stretchy texture. Unlike the fluffy or cakey texture of traditional donuts, made with glutinous rice flour, moshiko or tapioca flour, often formed into a pondy ring shape and offer a lighter, less sweet taste. I'm going to write that down too about the donut. The mochi donut. Wow. I need to get another slip of paper. I'm getting down to the bottom of this page, guys. I thought it sounded like coffee. Blueberry glazed donuts are the best. Makes me. Oh my gosh! No, you did not. Sit down. Don't fool get me excited too. I get so happy. And I go into this realm of like Claudia with a chance of me, and it's like it's raining food. So let's see. Bring up. Oh yeah, the. All right. Does anybody else have anything? Let me go see if I didn't miss any comments. We've got the braided donut. I have my apple fritter donut. I have. What else is in here? Did I miss anybody's questions? I answered your question in reference to the taco donut and basket head, and for Sizzle Moon Sun talking about donuts that you can get if you dumpster dive. Shouts out to the brave, the free, the bold, the brave who are willing to dumpster dive for donuts. Let's get those donuts. Let's get it started. Ha! Let's get it started in here. No other start your morning than with donuts. Let me get this in here. Copy and excuse me. Oh boy, excuse me. Let me put a cow in here. There. Let me this going. I have to be mindful of the time as well today. Let me refresh the page and see. Donut shops are really cool, and what's really cool is the donut food trucks. So let me write that down too. Food trucks. I should put a heart by it. I did. Let me open the door just a minute. Let me look in here. Yesterday's morning Mooooo was cool. For those of you who didn't show up, we gathered around the bonfire before the rising sun and talked about silly stories. That was really fun. My favorite one that still resounds in my head is the raccoon who broke into, and after breaking open some alcohol, the raccoon opened the alcohol, drank it, and fell asleep and passed out between the toilet and the trash can. Then when the store opened, the manager saw it and had to call someone to get the animal out of there. Of course. Of course, because on Mondays and Tuesdays, after all, I am an actual cow. And after this, after eating breakfast, I have to go back to the farm to report to the other cows how this show went. One of the other things I talked about, have their cell phones with them right now. All of the cows at this particular farm I go to after this last into figment of my imagination, their cell phone devices they need to be upgraded, so they aren't able to walk there and tell them what the show is about, or if anything, bring over my extra devices, hook it up to a flat screen TV. Yes, these cows have flat screen TVs. Hook up my computer to their computer with a USB port. They see today's episode of Morning Mooooo. They're going to tell me what they did over the weekend, what they want me to talk about, say whether or not I got or not. That's how we got into this whole conversation for the fancy, smancy, wealthy people who only eat the lean meat of cows. There's an exercise section set up on the farm where a certain set of cows run the treadmill day so they can be lean. It's a whole world at this techno farm that I go to. That y'all don't know about because it's on private property in an undisclosed location. So, my cow friend, I have a whole little community going on. And I have to practice my moves. I have to check in. I have to do monthly check-ins with the head cow in charge to make sure my Mooooo game is strong. I devoted a portion of my life for a set amount of time on Mondays and Tuesdays to the notice until they released me out of the contract. But y'all didn't hear that from me. I have to answer to somebody. Hercules the shark answers to me, and I have to answer to the cow. Whatever works, which is in good taste, is fine by me. Answering to a cow, I'd rather answer to a cow than to someone else. Let's see. I'll have this down here. Techno farm. What's going on? Is a Mooooo song. Thank you for that. Yes, so a day in the life of LA is so many wild things that happen in my life that you guys just don't know about, that I'm slowly letting y'all in on, which is why it is important to have a force like you guys on the platform, because as this channel grows, so will my ambassadorship vouching for cows as well. I don't think they let me out of this contract. They see that this platform is growing, and because of all of you guys, my cool peeps, actually watching the content on here, and we're rapidly approaching the first tier in the YouTube They're gonna have hooves in my back. So say a prayer for me. One day I come over here and my whole face might be painted up with spots and carrying on. I might have actual hooves. I don't know where this is going, but I hope they'll let me go. Once a month, I have to check in with the head cow in charge. The head cow in charge at this particular farm I go to on private property in an undisclosed location is a male cow. And he is big. Y'all should see the jacket he wears. I don't know who ordered that jacket for him, but this head cow in charge wears a big old puffer jacket. And he walks on two legs like us. That's all the information I can divulge at this time. But don't say I never told y'all no. In. Oh man, I tell you. Let's see. Talk about what's I had to check in with I did a playback way, and sometimes my stops. And I don't know what that is because I honestly thought it was when I was working from the OBS system. When I worked from OBS system on my computer that is no longer with me, it's out of commission. But when I was streaming off of that, I would have these moments of sound breaks. And it annoyed me so bad because I didn't know how to troubleshoot to get out. But I think that happens now also in YouTube. So it's not necessarily an OBS system problem. But let's see here. Thank you for letting me know. Are you tenured in academia? According to my world, yes. But according to society, that's a large cup of H&R. Talk about... Now, if you're talking about the anime, I'm familiar with it, but I couldn't say too much about it. Talk about how once a month I have to check in with the head cow in charge so he can see if my mooing sounds are still I'm writing one more thing down so I don't forget it. I appreciate you so much for waiting for me while I write these notes down. I'm so happy I haven't lost the art of knowing how to write because I type so much more than I write now. I don't want to lose penmanship in cursive, guys. You know, so I have to write still in order to keep that sharpened up here. I don't want to lose that. The paper is almost completely full. I wonder if I'm going to have anything else to write. Does Buckethead have to report to the aliens? Well, Buckethead be on the ship on Wednesdays. So I wouldn't be surprised in those moments when Buckethead goes to the bathroom, Buckethead isn't actually reporting to the aliens. Or the moments on It's the Intentionally Very Long live stream show with Buckethead, and those moments where Buckethead for a brief window of 5 to 10 minutes and just lets the music play. Buckethead is probably on the mothership reporting to the aliens. Rightfully so, because they let us rent out a room on the ship. The aliens want to know if they're behaving well or not. So that is a good question. Thank you for asking. You guys, we've already hit the 2-hour marker. I have a long list of things written. This is just from yesterday's morning Mooooo show and today's. This here, it comprises of only notes and question ideas from yesterday's morning Mooooo. So I'll definitely have to get out another sheet of paper so when Baskethead is on and you cool people about movies and other things that you have, I'll be able to write those things down. I really enjoy when you guys ask movie questions during the Buckethead, because I'm right here in front of the computer so I can answer and give you answers, you know, or like year does such and such a movie come out, I'm on it. So I really like that too, because it's like I'm helping you guys, so you don't have to deviate from what you're doing. You can just ask me while I'm on the line and I give you the answer by way that overview. So I really appreciate that. It seemed like I helped a lot of people last week, or Buckethead helped a lot of people. And you guys actually helped me find a movie that I totally of the name of, but I really liked. Now I put those notes away in my binder, but I do have them. You guys, my binder is getting so full. I'm gonna have to get a bigger one. Look it. This is, I think, the standard 1-inch binder, and it's getting filled with all the itinerary from what we've been doing over the past live streams. And I think this is just comprised of moving forward notes. Yeah, so I'm happy with that. I do like to take notes. It's Taking notes is so fun, guys. It's a great pastime. I really like just being in the study, taking notes and learning stuff. I could do that all day. And then have my coffee and have crackers, peanut butter crackers. Heck, it could be plain crackers too, because some crackers like sold at Dollar Tree, they are fancy schmancy and they are already seasoned with different seasonings and spices that you don't even need to add into the cracker. You can eat them as is. So I'll be adding more to my notes today. Cow is so helpful. Thank you. Unlike Cow and Chicken from Nickelodeon. Every time I think of Cow and Chicken guys from Nickelodeon, I sing Chicken theme song. Robot Chicken theme song is bark 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 or something like that. But for the I do not remember the Cow and Chicken theme song. But I had a couple of the Cow and Chicken toys. Not anymore. Once upon a time I did, because they came in the Happy Meal. I know as adult, I still gravitate to the Happy Meals because number one, they're happy, and number two, I like the prize. Moving forward, let's get back to the topic. The topic at hand is dang on donuts. I like donuts, and I'm happy that they've been invented. Whoever made that donut, thank you for doing this. It's making the world a better place. So for those of you who did not know, who are coming late, I was asked what donut which is my favorite. When I was an actual child, I gravitated for decades to the glazed donut and to the braided glazed donut. But nonetheless, the glazed donut. And then a couple of years after graduating high school, the Homer Simpson donut, which is still a glazed donut, but built on top of the thing with sprinkles. Have you considered sitting in the classes at local colleges? I went for free for 2 years just by asking professor for classes. I didn't know you could do that. Really? I didn't know you could do stuff like that. That would be such a fun place to hang out. Oh man, because I like being out in the world, but look at me, guys. Come on. I just cannot like Italy. I like to go to places like that because it's safer. You know, college campuses because there's adult people with some type of purpose, less distractions, and like I'm familiar with going to random campuses and asking for a visit pass to just hang out in the libraries all day, you know. But to take it a step further and to ask if you could just do things like that, never in my wildest dreams would I have ever thought of that. That is an amazing, brilliant idea. Even if I didn't get the degree, I got the education. Exactly. Yeah, because I like going on college campuses, like I said, just to get the visitors pass to the library. And campus food is fun. And just to see the list of how each campus is set up. And you guys, you know, through college campuses, just to see, it's a great thermometer to see the world change. You'll be able to see the latest fashions. You'll be able to see the latest technology. You'll be able to see the latest hairstyles of what guys and girls are wearing. Once again, the fashions of what guys and girls are wearing from all cultures. You'll get to see the foods that are in. You'll be able to get a scope on the types of music from all cultures. It's a great way to do a thermometer on the world's climate if you don't want to be bogged down with getting information from the wide web and you still want to not become an involuntary recluse, because that can happen. I had to myself to get out too because the world is getting really scary, but I don't want to become a recluse. So going to places like that involved, and you'll be safe at the same time. So just some information to some of us more seasoned cool peeps, including myself, who want to venture out still. I just get to know the professor and I let them know you have an interesting studies. All professors have interesting studies, so that means there's unlimited I could go. Many be open to it if they have room, as so many paid students don't show. That part makes me sad. When I did go to college for a small amount of time, the amount of students that will leave, it actually makes an involuntarily reverse cry to see the students who leave after getting their financial aid checks. I wonder, I would see the disappointment on the professors' faces after the class becomes full, then after they get their first installments of financial aid award, the class gets cut in half. Yes, I will see professors' eyes, you know, water, because it's like they're there to teach. and to educate and inform, and they've just lost half of their class. But in the grand perspective, it's the ones who stay for the long ride are the ones who actually want to be there. So we think of it that way. From if I were, the ones who stay are the ones who are worthy of your time, your energy. If some people like to say passion, I don't really like to use that word for myself because passion is borderline insanity. But nonetheless, teaching the children or the students who remain there so their energy is at waste. In Europe, people can go to school and get a degree for free. Must be nice. And I'm not sarcastic when I say, yeah, because they don't have that here. Well, I can say in some states, I retract that as I start to learn more. That statement. At least in states, they have grants or these scholarship things where they will pay for your education. So I was just doing a Google search to see which states offer that and taking advantage of the opportunity. So yeah, I can say that they do have that. I think it's in all states. Don't quote me. I don't know everything, but they offer that. So that is my silver lining to your statement saying in Europe, some people can go to school and get a degree for free. Thankfully, that is possible, you know. But with the combination of internet and what Sizzle Moon Sun said, which is a powerful suggestion to see if you can dip to there and gleam on the notes and get in there for free if you get your minus the degree. Very good idea. I'm here for it. I will keep that in mind. Thanks so much for that. Let me grab a sip of water and keep an eye on the time. Wow, you guys, you're really killing the surveys today. We have 40 people who have participated in the survey. My eyes just glanced on the computer, refreshing the page, checking to make sure things are flowing correctly on my end. Donuts to college, both C and C. So I guess that's in the vein of category. From donuts to coffee, as we just talked about today. That is not the topic. The topic today is specifically just lovely donuts. But there's nothing sweeter than having donuts and coffee and a college education. All free or not. All are wonderful things to have. I say to myself, I know I said the word wrong. I caught it maybe 3 weeks ago because I say the words wrong. I say to myself, the wonderful world is forever burned into my head. But I was correct. I think the words are sing to myself. So I don't know if that person had the cool people's in the chat or not. But I saw that it was sing to myself. And I said say to myself. But the wonderful world, yes, it is. Let me go through my tabs to make sure I didn't forget anything. Thank you guys so much for asking about the various donuts. So much so I had to write them down. I wrote them down and I have a full sheet of paper on notes. That's okay. Exactly. Exactly. I like that. Stretch it. Uh-huh. That's all right. You don't have to apologize for that, but I understand why you are. You're being very courteous. But taste is really fun, and studying and stuff is fun too. Now, it's rather not I retain the knowledge is another thing, but it's really fun to do that. It's a pastime. It's right up there with reading. basically studying is reading. So don't let nobody fool you if they ask you those slick questions. What book have you read lately? Don't feel dumb if you haven't actually read a book all the way through from cover to cover, because I haven't in a long time. But I have been doing a lot of reading through studying. So I may not have finished a book recently, but I've done a lot of reading by way of studying recipes, by way of studying goods, by way of studying how to be a better person, by way of reading, getting information from my family because they may be busy. So I'll look at it for them and provide the information to them. So having said that, have read something. It may not have been in the form of a book from cover to cover. Do not let anybody make you feel less than by asking questions. All have read something. It may not be in the form that you deem worthy, but we all have read something. At my comments, and these comments are full of information. So yes, my cool peeps, if anybody asks you what have you read today, I've read some that informed me on how to better my education. I've read some really cool comments today about different types of donuts and pastries around the world. So yeah, I read something today and I'm dang on happy about it. High five. Let's go, people. I'm getting ready to end this survey. Let me pull up and see what all of my cool people have said. I'll wait for the survey. I want Bella Swan to read the survey today because she did such a good job last time. Hello everyone, my name is Bella Swan and I am going to read the survey results for this morning. Good morning everyone. Which donut will you choose today? We have first place. Oh my gosh, that's not first place. Read them in order. In order, glazed is 34%. Fritter is at 35% and chocolate is at oh my gosh, I glitched. And chocolate is at 3% and the cake donut is at 8%. I voted for the glazed donut. Okay? Because I'm a girl. Nothing to do with being a girl. You have a good day too, Sizzle Moon Sun. Thank you so much for coming in, sharing with the cool peeps and I a plethora of wonderful information. Thank you to Owls for sharing all the various donut variants. Other cool peeps who chimed in with wonderful information and stories, different donuts, and all of my people from the UK, Australia, from China, from Korea who came in today, from Texas. You guys really surprised me today. I really thank you so much for coming in. My name is LA, pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not there, but I'm breathing. For your support. Tomorrow at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, it will be the intentionally very long live stream show with Bass. Before the sun sets today over here, it is 7:25 Eastern Standard Time. I have a movie selected for us to partake in tomorrow. I love you all. Thank you so much for being yourself. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.